So one day I just woke up and went, no, I want a favorite color. And I chose yellow. Interestingly, at the time, it was because I felt it was gender neutral plus very, very happy and sunshine and all those other things, which is why I chose yellow. And it just stuck. And then in a conversation with a mate once, I talked about getting married and said, oh, I'm never getting married. It's well overrated. But if I do, I'm going to wear a yellow suit, to sort of semi make a mockery of it, but also personalize it. Fast forward many, many years, and I met Emily, and Emily and I got engaged. And I tell him a friend, and I'd kind of forgotten all this. And he messaged me back going, oh, so I take it you'll be wearing a yellow suit. And I was like, I'd kind of forgotten about that. My late teenage desires to make a mockery of getting married are long gone, but my sort of desire to stand out, etc., still there. So I thought, yeah, no, stuff it. I spoke to Emily first and said, right if I have a yellow suit at our wedding? And she was like, yeah, of course, which is then a story in itself. So I'll cover that one quickly. So that's a funnier part of the story. So started Googling where to buy a yellow suit. And basically, unless you wanted to look like The Mask, Jim Carrey, it was quite tricky. So eventually found someone from a chap who was from Hong Kong, who was in the UK, and he would measure you up and you choose your colors. And he had yellow on that color palette. And then it would go back to Hong Kong, be made for you, and then posted over. So I said, oh, yes, please, I'd like a suit. And he said, come to the Holiday Inn Express Reading, room 350. Don't speak to reception, just come straight up to the room. The door will be open. So Emily and I drove to Reading one day, did that, feeling like absolutely like we were doing something bad and dodgy. And went up, pushed open the door, and on bed was all these color swatches. I was like, okay, like it feels, I haven't been kidnapped yet. So, so far, so good. And then we chose the colors. I chose my yellow suit and the style and everything. And then he said, oh, I need some pictures of you with your top off so we can make sure that the cut's right. So I'm like, okay. So I took my top off. Why would I ask questions? I'm taking my top off. And he took some pictures of me and more measurements. And it's like, right, now we pay. I need to swipe your credit card. So, and then he said, oh, it will turn up in the post. So as we're walking away, I'm like, I like to think I'm quite kind of good in these situations, but fundamentally, I've just paid someone for them to take pictures of me with my top off. And we're kind of hoping that a suit's going to turn up in the post in a couple of weeks. And it did, actually. It randomly did. To this day, I'm still a bit shocked and surprised. So we got married, wore a yellow suit,